Hey guys, Michael Hughes here with Gymnazo. Have you ever heard the word pain get thrown out to you from a client in a session or an athlete as they're in a group workout session and you freeze in your tracks like, dang it, what do I do? Well, we've been taught that as a trainer, we don't mess with pain, that we refer out to specialists. And I'm here to challenge that thought process that you may be the best thing for that client, for that athlete in that moment. A mentor of mine taught me that if bad movement got people into pain, then therefore good movement can take them out of pain. Now, this goes against all protocol, but I believe that you are the specialist in movement. Because remember, bad movement got them there. Good movement will take them out of there. You know movement better than any other specialist, any other doctor in the industry. In fact, the more you can invest in it, the more you can therefore treat and take care of clients in your facility, in that session perhaps. So I'm going to go through a client story of mine named Amy and how she presented plantar fascia pain, and how I'm going to tell you the sequence and the process and the thought process that I went through to take her out of plantar fascia pain. And you can do it too. I'm excited to bring you through it. So let me give you a little backstory about Amy. Amy had this plantar fascia pain for a few weeks, but she was bad enough where she ended up telling me about it in a workout. But the weekend prior, she goes to her daughter's soccer games, and another parent on the team is a podiatrist, and they were just chatting back and forth saying, my foot hurts, et cetera, et cetera. And the podiatrist said, well, how about you come on in? And she did. And what she did is she got a few cortisone shots. And the podiatrist said, hey, if this gets worse and worse and worse, from what I'm seeing your foot doing, probably going to need surgery eventually. Well, Amy, not being the one who wants to jump right into surgery, eventually told me, and I said, well, how about let's book a session together? Well, she said, fine, deal. Well, Sunday came around again, and there was a podiatrist soccer friend again, and she said to him that, hey, I'm going to go see my trainer. He has full confidence that he can take care of that plantar fascia pain, no problem. Well, here's what the podiatrist said. He kind of looked at her and says, well, I doubt that's going to happen, and best of luck to you. I'll probably see you in my office in another week. So Amy told me that story, and I'm like, ooh, the gauntlet's been thrown down. I'm excited to share what biomechanics can do to fix plantar fascia pain. So let me break down the sequence that I went through with Amy. So Amy's foot was a problem. That's where the pain was. So typically, at least from what the podiatrist was probably thinking, he's like, oh, the problem's the foot. Let's inject the foot. Let's make that fascia a little tighter. Let's bring it together a little bit more because it's obviously being yanked and being pulled apart. Well, from a basic training standpoint, I think level one be like, oh, let's just foam roll the plantar fascia of the foot. Let's just roll it, and maybe do a kind of foot little stretches, bring in a little towel and do a little towel scrunch, let's bring that together. But in reality, that's base level thinking about how the plantar fascia actually works. Next level thinking is thinking, well, I should go after the calf. I should make that calf have more resiliency, more elasticity in all three planes of motion, because the foot and the ankle don't just dorsiflex and plantar flex. The biggest thing that the actual ankle does is invert and evert, and those motions need to happen, and the calf will certainly control that. So what if that doesn't work? Well, even next level thinking is going after the hip and that hip flexor, because that hip flexor needs to have enough rotational loading, basically stretching or eccentric movement, to allow this femur to open up. So after foam rolling and stretching that hip flexor, and that still doesn't result in decreased plantar fascia discomfort, well, the next level thinking, the highest level that you can go to really dial in this, is going after the thoracic spine. And understand that the thoracic spine plays into a counter rotation with the pelvis. And if there's not enough top-down flexibility through the internal, external obliques, even through the latissimus dorsi, even into the lateral core rib cage, if we don't have enough elasticity there, that makes the pelvis have to compensate. That makes the leg have to compensate. That makes the calf have to compensate. That makes the plantar fascia have to compensate. And it's the last in line. And if motion doesn't come through here, it has to come through the plantar fascia. Well, that was the case with Amy. We got after her thoracic spine, gave it enough extension, gave it enough opposite rotation, gave it enough opposite lateral flexion to relieve the stress and to provide the mobility, flexibility, and therefore tension strength to take the hit appropriately, and the rest of the pieces fell into place. And in one session, her plantar fascia push-off pain went down by 80% in less than 1 hour. All we have to do is train it, condition it, give it more and more flexibility through the days to come. And guess what? She saw that podiatrist on that next Sunday, and she was walking with a whole different stride. And that podiatrist saw it. And guess what? Amy said, my trainer took care of 80% of my pain, and that was 3 days ago. Still have 80% less pain. I'm doing these drills. I can control my plantar fascia pain whenever it pops up, especially in the morning time. I do my stretches, I do my drills, and it remains where it was 3 days later. And guess what? Her plantar fascia pain went away a few days later. Still remains gone. And that podiatrist, well, still hasn't called us to want to connect, but that makes sense. We'll win the next one. All right, so let me wrap this all up to you. Remember when my mentor said that bad movement gets people into pain? Well, Amy's bad movement through this motion right here essentially trickled all the way down into her plantar fascia. And all we did is give her good movement through here, through the thoracic spine, and that trickled all the way down again to her plantar fascia. So good movement, that's what trainers do. We prescribe, we promote good movement. And it took me years to unpack this level of thinking, this level of understanding the engineering behind the body. And what I hope that this video did is give you a quick synopsis of what you can do to unpack and understand your clients' aches and pains in sessions, so you can therefore create your own systems, just like we did in Gymnasio, to give this level of quality. And there you can start to build the trust with your clients, with your athletes, so that the medical community starts to pay attention to what you're doing in your community and starts changing the game and changing your business, and therefore changing how you affect other people's lives. So I hope this gave you a lot of value, and you can apply it to even your clients that are in your facility or virtually right now. If you want to have the knowledge, the skills, the expertise to solve problems like I just described in this video, then I want you to check out this link right up here. It's called the Multidimensional Movement Coaching Program. And this is where we dive in deep, where we coach you one-on-one and through our course to understand the complexities and yet the systems and the protocols that we go through, that you can take this exact knowledge, implement it to your clientele, to your community, so you can not only have the skills, have the knowledge, but build the reputation that your training facility is not just some random training facility, but it's skilled, it's purposeful, and it does things that are different. So check it out and hope to see you there.